Happy 4th of July to the ZX family. Appreciate you guys as always for tuning in. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about everything XRP, really understanding what we're looking at and, of course, what we could be expecting going further into this month. So today, of course, one thing I need you guys to know is I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, why is the broader market seeing a retracement? Because, of course, CME futures are closed. This does tend to have an impact on the crypto markets. But most importantly, there's another thing that I want you guys to focus on, which I think could be putting a little bit of a sell pressure on BTC in the immediate short term. So if you're looking across the board, we're seeing red across the board right now. But over the last 1 hour, to be exact, we have seen a little bit of a bounce, which again is a big thumbs up. Hopefully this momentum does stay on our side. But looking at XRP, $2.22 right now. We're down about 1.7% in USD and also down about 0.3% in Bitcoin comparative. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, $131 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $2 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So look at this, guys. This right here is something we kind of touched on last night, but I want you guys to focus on this because a lot of these wallets simultaneously are actually being active after 14 years. Let that sink in. 14 years. We're talking about billions dollar worth of BTC on the move. You can see 14 years old dormant Bitcoin wallets getting activated. You guys can see 10,000 in this wallet, 10,000 in this, 10,000 in this, and 1,000 Bitcoin in this. This is massive stuff right here. Most probably it's one person, that is doing all of this. Is it Satoshi? Is Satoshi back? Guys, is Satoshi finally back? Is he about to sell his Bitcoin, or is he about to take some profits? What if he has multiple wallets, that are still not active pretty much over the last 14 to 15 years? But this right here is causing a little bit of a impact on the price of Bitcoin, believe it or not, because we're talking about $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that's on the move. And if this obviously gets dumped on the market, this can definitely have an impact on the price of Bitcoin, without a doubt. And of course, that's something obviously not in our control. I personally believe that institutions are looking at this and they're like, yes, sell it to us. But this is something that is getting a lot of people in the crypto space talking. But talk about a return on investment, man. This is madness. But take a look at this. United States threatens 17% tariff on European Union food exports. So here we go again with the tariffs. But I think that market is kind of stabilizing itself within that. I don't think that's going to have a major impact, but also something we need to keep in mind when we are analyzing the market. But look what Kathy Wood says. We're still in a bull market for Bitcoin. And I think, for the traditional overall, stock market as well, it's in a bull trend. I've been focusing on that quite a bit on this channel and been showing you guys, the numbers. It's going insane. The stocks market has been, booming. And this really makes us understand that, the second half of the year, once you really see the dominance pulling down, there's no secret. If you think Bitcoin is not in a bull market, you don't even need Kathy Wood to come out and say, Bitcoin's in a bull market. Your boy Crypto ZX has been saying this for the longest time. We haven't left the bull market for BTC at all. Bitcoin has been in a bull market pretty much since its lows, which were just 2 years back, which of course is something, it's not even 2 years, as if you look around 18 months back. Let's actually take a look at it. I want to be exact right here. So, so around August, you guys need to keep this in mind, or sorry, not what am I saying? Around December. So, around there, Bitcoin's been in a bullish trajectory since then. You can see this for yourself. BTC has seen an increase of about 565%. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, wish you can go back in this zone and, pick up Bitcoin. So do I. Don't think I don't wish. And if believe it or not, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Crypto ZX, you missed like a lifetime opportunity. What if I told you, I remember when Bitcoin was around 6K. I remember when Bitcoin was around 3K. Yes, that is correct. Shout out to the day ones. But it is what it is, right? You can't win everything. But that just really tells you how good the performance of Bitcoin has been. But look at this. Mercado Bitcoin, the leading digital asset platform in Latin America, has announced plans to tokenize more than $200 million in permissioned real world assets, including fixed income and equity income instruments on the XRP ledger. Here we have it again, XRP ledger, more tokenization happening on this ledger platform, which of course is that one-stop shop as we have discussed, and you're starting to see more of this happening outside of the US. What does this tell you? This tells you there are other countries on board and are starting to already look into tokenization on the XRPL ledger, and I think it's going to happen here in the US as well. It's just a matter of time, considering the regulatory clarity that's coming towards the crypto industry, the crazy bills that are being passed in favor of crypto. I think it is going to revolutionize the way we take a look at XRPL ledger, as well as Ripple as a brand itself. But look at this. Remember, back in 2018, during the modest wave of adoption, Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen briefly became one of the richest people on the planet thanks to XRP's explosive rise and his stake in the company. That was just the beginning. The next wave is global, it's regulated, and it's built for scale. 2018 was just a warm-up, and I could not agree more. This was still the early stage. We need to keep in mind, altcoins were popping off. It was still, quite new. Valuations were very, very low. And it was a crazy time to be alive. I'm sure if you guys been here from then, you guys know it was an insane time to be alive. But I totally agree. That time, regulatory clarity was nowhere near in terms of even regulators or even institutions. So when Bitcoin or crypto came on topic, they would just be super skeptical and talk bad about it. But here they are, just going full force, and at ETF applications coming in from some of these big giants that used to talk, negative about crypto. And that, again, it just sheds more light on how far this industry has come. And I totally agree with Smoke. This is the beginning, and this is a shift globally. But now let's take a look at the price. If you're looking at the dominance has been picking up since last night, something we spoke about to you guys. It has been showing a lot of strength recently, which of course is causing an impact on the price of the altcoins. If you're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin did see a little bit of a minor pullback. We went from $109,000 down to $107,800. We're still above $106,800, which again is nice to see. We want to close above this range. Very, very important. It's such an important zone, especially above the $106,800. If you're looking at XRP holding around $2.22, holding better than a lot of people anticipate. This is something I want you guys to keep in mind. It's holding better than you realize, and I still believe we are going to fill this wick in, believe it or not. But let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.